I received an awesome video response to my take on the whole Innocence of Muslims debacle from YouTube username AwesomeRants.
A lot of us have been conditioned to see it as completely off limits to criticize religion, and I don't think that's right. We should all be able to criticize religions, political ideologies, movements, messages, anything, because in the end, we're rebuking those specific ideologies, movements, religions, etc. We're not being unfairly critical of people. Blinging it, blinging it. If someone were to say that Islam is stupid, fine, that's a perfectly legitimate opinion. If someone were to say that all Muslims were stupid inherently simply because of their religious views, that's when that opinion can and should be considered bigoted and, quite frankly, wrong.
I think that I agree with everything you just said. The only part of it that gives me pause is when you said that believing Islam is stupid is a completely legitimate position to have. Let me tell you something about myself. My parents met in seminary. They were both pastors, and my whole life, up until a year ago when I moved here to Brooklyn, I lived in the Midwest. I grew up in and around the Bible Belt. Now, just the fact that my mom was a pastor should give you some idea as to where on the ideological, Bible-thumping craziness scale my family's particular brand of Christianity fell. We were pretty progressive, and my mom's very existence as a female pastor was enough to ruffle some feathers. I guess this is the closest thing I have to feathers. Hair. Religion was never forced down my throat. I was always encouraged to think critically, and when at a certain point I was asked if I wanted to be baptized, I did think about it. And ultimately I decided, no thanks, nothing personal. It's just that I wasn't ready to commit myself to that particular vision of how the universe functioned. I never joined the church in that official capacity, but it was still very much a part of my life. It's just, something my family did. I went to youth group. I saw my mom preach every Sunday. I think that's a big reason that I've been so drawn to talking to you guys so much, and public speaking, all that. Hi, Mom. Growing up, I did see some ugliness executed with Christianity used as a mask to hide behind, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. We should actively criticize that. But I also saw how the concept of church brought people together, and how the community that was there supported, casserole by casserole, people who were going through really tough times. And how even when times were good, just the idea of a supportive community being there was a generally positive thing for people. I know I'm nitpicking here about something that you only touched on very briefly in your video, but I'm not so sure that Islam is stupid, or Christianity is stupid, or any religion is stupid. Is a perfectly legitimate position to have. I think that idea sells short what those things are for many, many, many perfectly legitimate people. But anyway, as for the crux of your video.
The Innocence of Muslims, the film that inspired this violent frenzy, it has the right to exist. I don't necessarily see it as anything but an unintelligent, unintelligible work of pseudo-film that gives a bad name to independent art, but I still support its right to exist. I also support people's right to go out into the streets and peacefully protest the content of a film that no one nowhere gave a damn about before. But violence over a movie? Stupid. I think we all know that. But using that to judge an entire group of people based off of the actions of the loudest minority, also stupid. And attacking the fact that Obama's administration was being diplomatic by not threatening the lives of thousands of Americans by supporting free speech, also stupid.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Everyone, go check out AwesomeRants. She's very good at vlogging, and I don't just throw praise like that around willy-nilly. Also, leave a video response, either to me or to her, I don't care which.